Coach Shula won more games than any other coach in the National Football League, 347. Ah, he must be old. More than Lombardi, more than Hallis, Bill Walsh, Chuck Noll, all those guys that won all those games for everybody. He won more games than that. He's in the Hall of Fame. But he had a lot of good players. I mean, come on. I mean, look at his record before he came to the Dolphins. He was 0-2 in Super Bowls. We took care of that, right?
Don't let him give this stuff about how he had to be a great coach because we
The bad talent. Yeah, I know.
Take that away.
That's why I told the guy to leave our mics open when we bring up Coach Shula. Come on up.
It's always good to be around Bob and Earl and Nick, because every time I look at them, I think about what a hell of a coach I was to win with talent like this. Hey, look, that was my quarterback, backup quarterback, middle linebacker, and I won with those guys. But anyhow, a lot of great memories. And Earl, you know, when I picked Earl up, I was coaching the Colts. And Earl was available. About 5 or 6 teams had cut him, and he was out there. And I figured that if I picked him up, that I would never have to give a pregame speech, because we're always playing a team that had cut Earl. And I'd say, you know, we got to get back at these guys because look what they did to poor Earl. So, that was my pregame speech. And then I get down to Miami, and Earl's available. And I said to Joe Robbie, I said, I'd like to pick this quarterback up, Earl Morrill. I had him in Baltimore, and he helped me get to the Super Bowl. And Robbie says, what's he making? And I said, he's making $90,000. Robbie said, $90,000 for a backup quarterback? You out of your mind? He said, there's no way I can afford to do that. So after a lot of persuading, I got him to go to his partners, and he came up with the $90,000. We got Earl down there, and that had to be one of the best investments that we ever made. And the thing about Earl is that in practice, he couldn't hit anybody. I mean, he was the worst practice quarterback that you ever had. But then you put him in a game, and all he ever does is make the plays to help you win. And then, of course, Nick. I mean, you look at Nick, and you wonder how the hell you ever won with a guy like that. It was too small, too slow. He had bad hands, and he was our middle linebacker. He was the captain of our defense. And again, it had to be a great coaching job. And greasy, God.
All right, that's your time, son.
We won more without Greasy than we did.
What are you laughing at, Turco? You ain't the biggest guy out there.